Why don't you give me a sign, like the sea that leaves a trail along that shore? It's not your problem, it's mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in, I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe, a London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me, or swear with me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Kids, get your popcorn now. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey.
Hello, I'm Sophia Jessica, and welcome to the Fan Carpet.
Yeah, it was so fun to get to play this character as a superhero as well. I felt very lucky that she could be like very powerful and tough and badass, but also have this human vulnerability and weakness and fears. And to have all of that felt much more relatable to me than someone who just kicks ass all the time.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I can't think about the role model thing, but because I don't think even Valkyrie would want to, but I feel so excited to get to play this character. One of my favorite things about the comic books in general, and especially what Stan Lee created, was a world in which we can look at the things that make us different, the things that we might be embarrassed or ashamed of, and those are our superpowers. And even the things that hurt us, our trauma, sometimes that unchecked becomes the reason why we can't do good in the world. And I love that idea, and I really love that Valkyrie is a superhero who is imperfect, but she has a really big heart and she's trying. And I don't know, if fans can relate to that, never mind all her particulars, I think it's important for us to have queer representation, for women of color to be able to look at screens and see themselves, but just who she is, which I think is the thing we should be really connected to, is our humanity, not our particulars. I love her.
I think it's all in the name, really. They can expect a lot of love, expect a lot of thunder, and I know Natalie Portman and Jane Foster and Thor, they've been apart for some time, but I think there's still a bit of love between them, I suppose, in this movie. I mean, I've been sworn to secrecy about my character, but I can say he's a New Asgardian. He's grown up in New Asgard on Earth under the rule of King Valkyrie, and he's just been living life.
I was so lucky to get to work with an amazing trainer, Naomi Pendergast in Sydney, and we worked for several months, bulking up for the first time in my experience, trying to put on a lot of muscle. So there's a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of protein shakes, and then of course a lot of movie magic too, because I'm a 6-foot character in the movie and I'm 5'3" in real life. So there's a lot of help I got there too.
I don't know. I can't answer that question. You have to. I don't know. The only thing I can say is that I really love playing the character, and so I bring a lot of love to it, because I love her and I want to do justice as much as I can to the comics and to the world of the character that we've also created in the MCU.
I think the way he works is very strategic. He likes to improvise a lot and see what works, and I think always the product of his movies are amazing, like Jojo Rabbit, especially Thor Ragnarok, and I think just the way he works is down to what is going up in his head, I suppose. He's just very creative in his mind, and he always produces amazing movies.
Taika always wants everything to be spontaneous, and he's willing to change everything every take, which is really incredible.
It's great. I mean, Taika's become such a really close friend of mine, and I think we have sort of, all of us have developed a really, like a comfortable dynamic. And this time around, I think you saw Taika on the red carpet with his little girls. Everyone had their kids on set this time. So it really did feel like a family affair. And also, I think really and truly we're trying to make them proud. We're trying to like just look cool for all the kids. So I think that added an interesting dynamic to our performances.
It was crazy meeting him because I was a huge fan of his before even Marvel as well. Just the way how he acts, he's incredible. I mean, he's been acting in the Marvel universe for a long time now. It was great to be able to learn from him, and I suppose just his comedic side, he's very funny in real life. It was amazing. I mean, Natalie Portman, she does an incredible job in this movie. I'd just like to say that first. But I'd read the Mighty Thor comics before I even started filming this film, so it was crazy just meeting her, and I love her as an actor, and she's an incredible person.
It was really fun to get to see kind of what Chris had been up to the past few films. I had a newfound respect for it because I realized he'd been doing, triple the work I had been with all the stunt training and weightlifting and all the things that he has to do, for the past decade. But it was definitely fun to get to dip into that as well.
Natalie and I know, not competitive. We were just like, hey. Chris, I've learned, was competing with me over ice baths. We were doing ice baths for recovery, and he was really clocking the amount of time that I was spending in the ice bath. I was not competing with him, I was competing with myself, but it turns out that in competing with myself, I beat him by a minute. So that's a good reminder that you are your only competition that you should concentrate on.
I think I learned a lot from watching Taika work and watching Chris work, so I think I learned a lot of improvisation because I hadn't done much of that before. So it was really great to see how they do it, and I learned a lot from them. Huge Thor fan. I was an even bigger Marvel fan, so being in this movie means everything to me, and I'm really privileged to be able to be here.
Well, I have a son and a daughter, and it was very lucky to get to have this role at a time when that was like really impressive for them. There's not many things I can do that impresses them, and so it was very lucky that Taika and Marvel gave me this opportunity to get some cred with them.
It's crazy, it's surreal. I mean, being here, it's amazing, and being able to meet them as well while I was on set. I think I learned a lot from them as well, because obviously they've been acting for a long time, and it was incredible to be with them. The fact that he's very confident, he's very brave, and he's courageous, even at times when he should probably shut his mouth, he'll probably speak out what's right,
It was such a child-friendly set. I think Taika really created an environment that was so fun for all of them, and we were so lucky that in Sydney at the time we were shooting, they had this really strict quarantine system, so it was a big privilege to get to be there at all. And then also to be in a country where there was no COVID. Our kids were just free to be on set. Now we can't have any visitors anymore, but at the time they were just running around playing, and it was just an amazing environment.
Yeah, I think so too. I think obviously we know King Valkyrie is a proud member of the LGBTQIA community, and it just speaks to Marvel's commitment to representation in the MCU. Enjoy the film!
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for more content next time.
Oh,
You flipped too hard, damn it!
Shall we help them? And eventually, grape.
I'm here on the largest of the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, with the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea, beautiful mountainous landscape, the thriving city of Palma, quaint little market towns, a growing number of luxury hotels. It's no surprise that the likes of Audrey Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor like to holiday here. So come and join me as I take you round Mallorca.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.